So I am delighted to welcome Robert and Mickey to the chat room today. It's lovely to see you both, Robert Dilts and Mickey Feher. You are both presenting at the in-person element of the conference next May, which is going to be a real treat for us all. So, and your topic is the power of mindset, which already sets curiosity juices running. So to start off with, do tell us, if you need to, a little bit more about yourselves and your presentation.
Well, I'm sure most people would know. I mean, I've been in the field for, well, since it began, really, since it's got its name in NLP, and have been an author. And in fact, Mickey and I just finished the manuscript for the Power of Mindset book, and why mindset matters most, we say. And I'm an NLP trainer, obviously, and the founder of NLP University. So I think that's probably enough said about me. Mickey?
Thank you, Robert. So I'm also an NLP trainer and a psychologist. I have always been very interested in, how NLP is so successful, and yet there is little scientific evidence, at least seemingly, that what we are doing in NLP is actually, working and can be backed up. And so I sort of went on a road where I traveled first into business and became an entrepreneur and leader. And then, I kind of gravitated back to psychology and NLP. And I have always been interested in this idea of, okay, so can we name the baby there? Can we find some evidence behind all of this that we do?
And we present some of that, interestingly, in the book. There's actually quite a bit of neuroscientific evidence for the power of mindset, of course, which NLP has a tremendous impact on. So it's a way of bringing some credibility to the field, or more.
And not only we put that into the book, but we're going to bring it in person in our little bag to the NLP conference and share it with the delegates there. So we're really looking forward to that opportunity.
Absolutely. So as we said, you're actually going to be in person at the conference, which is exciting after all these years, and our first hybrid conference. So what will delegates take away from your session?
Well, first of all, what we'll be doing is, and I think one of the key things that we've been working on for a long time is working on how do you actually visualize mindset? I mean, because it's something that's invisible, you can't see it. So one of the things we'll be going over is, some of the pieces of our mindset map. But obviously, then the key thing is having tools to be able to shift mindset. So one of the points that we make is that mindset is not the same as personality. Personality is supposedly unchangeable. It may be so, but mindset isn't unchangeable. It is absolutely changeable. It's like putting on different hats. And so we'll be going over some ways of identifying, well, what would be some useful hats to be able to put on, and how do we do that?
Yeah.
And also, if as far as the presenters are going in this particular little chat, you see two white guys, right? And so nowadays, that raises some questions. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to use some of what in the United States now they refer to as privilege, to use it for promoting female leadership. And so we'll be actually looking at two case studies of two amazing women. One of them that I'm going to be introducing is Katalin Karikó, and she is the inventor of the COVID-19 vaccine, and she's originally Hungarian, and she had an amazing career in science and became world famous. So, how those mindset qualities that Robert was just referring to can actually help somebody to gravitate and propel to the top of their career.
And I'll be talking about also a very well known in many places woman of color, who was the first African-American billionaire, Oprah Winfrey, and how she built a media empire, having been born to an unwed mother in poverty. So how do you go from, that to being, having a media empire? And as Oprah Winfrey clearly says it is all about mindset. She says that's the thing that makes the difference in her life.
Wonderful. And of course, in NLP, it's all about the difference that makes the difference, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So hitting on something really significant there. So is there anything that delegates can do before your session to either prepare themselves or certainly get a deeper experience during your session?
Well, we're hoping that, well, we're planning, not hoping, we're planning for the book to be out before then. That would certainly be something that would be interesting for people to do, is to look at the book. We also do have a website where people can get a little taste of what we call the mindset map.
Yeah.
It's not the whole thing, but you can get some idea of it and assess, get some feedback on what we call their meta mindset. So that would be one thing. We also have some other things. Mickey has some articles that might be of interest to people that have been published in Psychology Today and Forbes magazine.
Yeah.
So we might be able to give links to that.
Yeah. And, in answering your question, we also have to say that one of the other things that the delegates will get out of this is going to be a personalized experience, because we'll be taking people through an exercise where we'll be looking at, what is that one aspect of your mindset that you might want to change? And if you were to change that, that would really help you to get to the next level. And interestingly, the mindset map actually helps to identify what that is, but there is also the ability of self-reflection of people. So we'll be giving people some personal discovery experiences. And if they want to, do something before, as Robert mentioned, they could go on Psychology Today. There is a blog that I run called On Purpose, and that talks quite a bit about mindset maps and mindset in general. And also, I have a podcast, which we can also recommend, called The Mentor Shift, which is now actually going to shift to mindset shift. So we'll be having a lot of topics around mindset and the power, why mindset matters most. So that's another opportunity.
Loads of things they can be looking up beforehand. So that's
exactly.
Brilliant. So a final question, and I always feel cheeky asking this. What does the NLP International Conference mean to you?
Oh, well, I have been attending first the in-person ones and the virtual ones. For me, I mean, I think it's the place where, people who are interested in NLP can actually come together, meet each other, share what's going on. I think it's the best thing going in NLP, let's put it that way. I mean, I think it's really a great opportunity. I've always loved it every time that I've been there. And, you get a chance to really meet and learn from not only the sort of the well-known names, but all the up and coming people. So it's fabulous experience.
Wonderful.
And I'll be there, in person this year, and I'll be there from the beginning. And I'm really looking forward to meeting people and speaking to people face to face, and generating those connections, those moments of sharings, those networking moments. So I see this forum as, one of the best and unique opportunities of really connecting with like-minded people and perhaps forging friendships, connections, business connections for the future as well. So I really recommend it to everyone. Come here in person this year.
Finally in person.
Finally in person. And if you can make it from New York, Mickey, then anybody can make it. So
right.
Exactly.
Get over to London. So as I said, you're doing a plenary session at the end of the first weekend of the conference.
Right.
So the first weekend, so that's Sunday the 14th of May, and your session for all delegates is starting at 1800 hours, which will be BST. So we're back in the summertime by then, which will be great. So thank you both. Really looking forward to your session and doing some of the home play beforehand. And we will look forward to connecting in person next May.
Same here. Can't wait to be there, and can't wait to meet everybody who's there with you.